First time.
Fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Ciderhaus. Starting out quick from Lord of the Ree. Happy New Year. Happy Heart M New Year, I should say, from the World Champions. Your boy Rusty Cage is back, trolled the internet into thinking he offed himself on a live stream, disappeared, then came back when curiosity had peaked. He can Heart M with the best of them. All right, well, appreciate you, Lord of the Ree. Thank you very much. And I'll just say it now, that starts us out at 1 out of 20 in our stream goal. Same sort of punishment as always, drinking from the helmet of shame. I am your host, Mihai Shogor, as always, except Thursdays sometimes. Thursdays sometimes I'm not the host, but for the most part, I am the host nowadays. Ciderhaus rules is a 1985 Book by American author John Irving. It's a book about orphans that live in a cider and they don't know the rules and they all perform abortions. Joining me today is our good friend Jim Swellington. How are you doing today, Jim?
Hello, I'm Jim Swellington. Never before seen. Happy holidays. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and hope they're getting drunk tonight.
Next to Jim Swellington, we have our good friend Jared Pilch. Jared with his first appearance on the show. Welcome, Jared.
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? I'm Jared Pilch here. Yeah.
Big music guy, Jared?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Here with my brother as well. You'll get to
Yes.
see him, too, when I'm done rambling here.
Right here, Jack Pilch, the one and only.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, Jack Pilch.
Not to
So-
be confused.
Yeah,
If
well,
I
that's
could
where I
get
was
it-
going with
yeah,
that. So
sorry.
you beat me to the chase. Look at that. So my stage name is Jack Wild, but my brother's Jared Pilch, and it gets kind of confusing because we do live shows sometimes together, and but when I'm alone, it's Jack Wild.
But
And there
when
we
we're
are.
together, it's
It's
just
also kind of
Jack
turned
and
into a
Jared.
bit of an alter ego when I'm drinking, so
Yeah.
I got a couple names.
Yeah, and I tried to hold it up earlier. He brought out a Buy EP for us here, Jack Wild, self-titled, right? 4 tracks on it. I can't really get to focus on
I hold it
camera.
by your face. That's where the focus
Hold it by my
is.
face,
There
but
you
I'm
go.
trying to get it to read.
Yeah, it's a little light. So it's Jack Wild. The album's called, or EP, I guess technically, White Trash Pickup.
Nice.
So
You're on Spotify, right?
yeah, it's on Spotify and Apple Music. I think you can Shazam it. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I don't know.
Babies
We'll pull it up here. At some
Yeah,
point.
you just dig around. But Spotify and Apple Music, it's definitely on there. So
Of course, not to be forgotten. Mr. John Ward, I'll finally put your mic on.
I'm
too.
here in the Steven, aka Destiny corner seat today. We haven't got our actual fucking PTZ camera set up permanently, so we're not again. Welcome back to Studio Center, final show of the
Hold
year.
on, John. I'm sorry. I meant to do this before. We had to check in on Justin Trudeau again.
Oh, we got a Justin Trudeau interaction.
New one.
Mr. Prime Minister. Please get the fuck out of BC.
As you were.
Are you going to interrupt every one of my intros now with?
Justin Trudeau every time. Yeah.
No, so we're officially opening here come January in just a few short days. Pilch Brothers, I hope we have you guys back on the show at some point with a little bit more to promote for yourselves, which will be cool. Music, stuff like that. You might play a little bit during this show, which sounded awesome. There you go.
yeah, I'll pull out my guitar and try to embarrass myself a little bit.
Yeah, I'll get your brother in focus on camera here in a second, too. I noticed too, so I had him a little fuzzy, so my bad on that. But yeah, awesome to have you guys on the Ciderhaus. We're going to have quite an interchangeable and fun crew, but we got some musicians today, the Wild / Pilch Brothers. Good to have you. Pull that program
having
back
us,
up. Yeah, Mihai, let me fix his camera and let's see what we're going to talk about today.
Alrighty, on the list we got the H-1B1 visa program that's been in hot discussion lately. Elon and Vivek seemingly going to war with the rest of the MAGA movement. I don't know. I have the feeling that this chat's not going to like the side I ended up being on that argument, but we'll get there when we get there. Trump buying Greenland, the Panama Canal, and possibly parts of Mexico as we invade. Who knows? Could be exciting. Could be fun. Could be the destiny we always waited for. Jimmy Carter, dead. 2024, a year in review. Trudeau, we already hit that. We saw what that is every time. But, and Trump, and I can't read what it says because Lord of the Ring again. Thank you very much for the $2 donation. Fix the gay audio. It's low.
Oh.
Is he telling the truth?
I don't know. Let's ask him if he's trolling.
Are you trolling Lord of the Ring? Sometimes they like to do this thing where they tell us the audio's low, but it's not actually
Yeah.
low.
Huh.
Fair enough.
It makes it really fun.
That does.
Well, I was leaning back from the mic earlier, maybe.
Yeah. Or you don't think he's talking about.
You don't think he's talking about me, do you?
You don't think he's talking about your microphone.
Oh, I just thought he meant in general.
like in particular.
Keep talking, man.
I don't know.
Looks
The Crusty Whitebread here, too. Thank you very much. Happy World Champions. 100% invade Panama. Anybody else hearing low audio?
Pull up the scene with the full screen chat.
Fucking trying, dude. We're getting the rust off. Take a week off.
Should be louder, fairly loud.
I have my shit cranked up all the way. It's actually low, says Lord of the Ree.
Too low. Okay, well.
They were complaining a lot about the audio going up and down during the intro, but what they didn't know is I kept putting it up and down.
Lord of the Rings said I got the phone and speaker all the way cranked up. I mean,
Matthew
Something's not
Rice.
that's
we
a
too
lot
low.
of audio there. You know, if you're bringing your phone and speaker in on it. So.
Yeah, you would not. You're the studio man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a lot of heat.
Oh, my beer's in.
We too low.
What kind of week you guys had? What's brought you here to this very moment?
Jesus.
You tell me
Yeah, you
Jesus
guys gonna
Christ
do
can't
anything
hit a
exciting
curveball?
this weekend?
Oh man, it was a long one. That's for sure.
Just a little bit of drinking.
Yeah, just a hair.
Well, Jack bought me a grill for Christmas, so we've really
Yeah, that was fun.
cooking up, just
A
grilling
Webster,
everything. you know?
Webster or a Weber.
Yeah, Weber grill, like a little portable one. So we've been cooking chicken, burgers.
Is it getting any better for you guys? Can you hear it at all?
Would you say our generation's obsessed with chicken? And John earlier was trying to tell me that we eat more chicken than his generation.
Oh man,
mean-
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, a large part
I
of my
love
diet is chicken.
Yeah, I mean it's
You
really
eat a
good
lot of chicken,
stuff.
Jared.
Fried
A
chicken.
lot of chicken, a lot of turkey.
Honestly, raw meat hasn't really come back into my life till recently with an air fryer.
Oh,
There's some
right.
chicken, some
Fun
sauce.
end of the year show. I think I got it fixed, but the chat's always like 60 seconds behind because of internet delay. So just as you're hearing this chat, bear with us. Let us know if this now sounds louder and better. It really should. It's about 10 decibels louder, I believe. It should be banging through your speakers. Sorry about that. We haven't been in here since we all got hammered back before Christmas. So everything should be ready to go. Donald Trump looks ready to go. Christian Bale looks ready to go to prison or something.
Well, I didn't even know Donald Trump was on this podcast.
we get some big guests around here every once in a
We
while.
get
he's
the
right behind
big,
me.
the big and important guests. All right, so switch back to the chat one more time. They should be caught up with us, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of yes, that sounds a lot better. My God, man.
I'm getting the rust off. I'm sorry.
Louder and better, louder and better, way fucking better. All right, I figured out what the problem was. That should never happen again. What are we talking about? What are the
Well,
topics?
we were talking about raw chicken there.
Raw chicken.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get to the bottom of whether or not our generation does eat more chicken or not.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about getting something to eat before the show, and you guys all wanted fried chicken, and I was kind of mind fucked by that.
Actually,
The
we wanted
go-to.
specifically Korean fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken.
Yes. It's good.
Well, I feel like the lifting
Ring.
culture has kind of come back a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
recently. I can't tell you how many people I know that I hang out with eat nothing but chicken and rice. You guys know people like
Just
that?
straight chicken
my,
and
Yeah,
rice.
just like
my
chicken
friends
and
that do
rice
a lot of
and, Frank's Red Hot.
bodybuilding, that's all they do. Is just
Somewhat
get
on
gains.
somewhat
like,
on
man.
topic. I mean, I was reading. This wasn't my thought, but it was a good one. Is someone said, people say chicken and alligator taste the same. You guys ever had alligator?
Yeah, I have.
I think everything I've ever had kind of tastes like
Well,
chicken.
so they share. They're the two. They're the two closest common ancestors of dinosaurs. So all you really found out is that dinosaur tastes the same.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
grilled T-Rex.
So one way is saying chicken's really popular. Another way is saying you guys like fucking dinosaur. You're just all about that dinosaur.
Well, you didn't need to put it on a podcast.
You ever had frog?
Yeah.
Does it taste like chicken?
Tastes like human.
Whoa.
That's a great comment for a totally different reason.
Oh man.
Maddie England only eats pork. All these diseases, man, they say that's what the early Bible, like where it's like, the Old Testament, and you have these whole chapters. It's like, be a good person and treat your neighbor well. And then it's like, don't eat pork that's more than 10 days old.
Yeah.
And then it just goes on like other normals, like, and then it's just like, and God damn it, don't eat any fucking pork.
Well, what can you get from eating pork? What is it? It's the same as chicken.
I
right?
think the
It's,
ancient world was like riddled with parasites and shit. Like
Yeah.
everybody probably had.
Because like you can kind of eat raw beef a little bit, right, or something, but you can't eat like raw chicken.
Yeah,
or,
that's a big no-no.
So
or
pork
the
is
same.
trichinosis, right? That's the one you got to worry about for pork.
I guess that's
Trichinosis.
kind of what I'm asking. I don't know. Like, there's like worms in it or
Salmonella of
something.
pork.
Yeah, salmonella. I think maybe
Yeah,
that's what I-
salmonella's chicken.
No, that's
Yeah,
chicken.
no,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like the salmonella of pork.
What did you say?
The salmonella.
Thank you, Lady Iron Venus. By the way,
Was there an
Happy New
extra
Year.
A in there?
Did I toss another?
How do you say it again?
The salmonella islands.
Salmonella.
Oh,
Salmonella.
I thought you were talking about salmonella.
He's part of the Gambino crime family. Salmonella.
Yeah, he's a
Or am I
salmonella.
screwing up? That'd be kind of a cool band name.
We do have some big
Salmonella.
news report.
It's
Just
probably better than Jack and Jared.
some big news report just based off the last time we were with that Axel Von Becker guy.
Yeah.
He had gotten a little more halfway through the Indiana Jones game, and here Jim Swellington, you've actually already beaten the game. Right?
Yeah, I took it over from him and beat it. So yeah,
All right.
beat it last night. I'm kind of sad. I need a new game to play because I was gonna go back to Fallout because I never beat it.
Which Fallout?
Fallout 4. Well, I just started playing Fallout Shelter 2, which is like it's almost like an iOS game.
I've played a couple of Fallout games. I've never gotten big into them, but a lot of people I talk to say that New Vegas is the one.
Yeah,
I don't even know what Fallout is. I mean, I know it. I know I've seen that on my television screen.
You really are in a cuck chair. Every time you talk, I'm
I know. I don't like the way this
Yeah, back
looks.
there, yeah.
I should say, what's some shit Steven likes to say? I should just make Destiny quotes this whole fucking show. Anyone got some cocaine? Then I can definitely act like he acts. Some cocaine and meth. Well, what you don't understand, underappreciate is that if that's what it is. And we'll go to this minute. By the way, I like sucking dick. My name is Steven. I'm Destiny. I'm world famous. You all love me. Pilch Brothers, do you guys know who Destiny even is?
Nah,
Oh, you're lucky.
never heard of them.
Liberal streamer.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
Just keep talking here.
So we've learned that you're heterosexual. Now it's
No, I think the only podcast I've ever really listened to is like Joe Rogan. I don't
Yeah.
know. Is
I'm
that-
really bad at listening to stuff myself, tell you the truth. But I
Yeah.
think creators actually, like
Yeah.
you guys actually make music. You find people tend to watch less shit when you're making shit. I don't
Well,
know.
we stumble through it a
Stumble, there you go.
Wait, am I allowed to answer part of the question?
Oh, you pulling up the
Yeah, so
fucking Destiny?
Destiny is a liberal streamer. I don't know how he got started. I think he might have even got started in like video games.
I think he was a gamer.
Yeah, but he sold his soul to like. He had a girlfriend and he was a cuck to that girlfriend. So now his entire worldview is based on why that's okay. That's basically long story short. of Destiny.
All right.
Destiny had a debate against a guy named John Doyle here on campus a couple months ago. And the man sitting in the cuck chair behind you, which is why we keep calling it cuck. He approached Destiny at this debate.
I approached Steven.
Yes, and this is the fallout of that.
Wait, am I allowed to answer part of the
No
question?
pun intended.
No. First of all,
My
authoritarian
name is
does not
John, and I have a
button.
question for Steven. It's the really only question that should be asked at an event like this, and this is gonna seem like a troll, but it's not. I just can't believe that it's true, so correct me if it's not, that you sat in a room or a corner of a room, very much like the one you're sitting in now, and just watched many other men plow the ever-living fuck out of your wife. Is that true? Is that really true?
Steven. There's me. There's Jack in the background.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, there's me right there.
Yeah, so that's who Destiny is.
That's you in the video.
That was me.
Yeah, it would trip me out.
That
I was like, why does she look vaguely familiar? I'm
There's
like,
an organization called Uncensored America run by an awesome dude named Sean Semenko, and he like sets these events up at major universities. So yeah, he's like, you should come to this Destiny debate. And I said I will, but I'm gonna be fucking ridiculous if I do. And he's like, that's cool. So they were debating for hours this whole policy stupid shit, and Destiny is not a good faith debater, and so
He also like somewhat canceled last minute and said his flight.
Yeah,
didn't, or
yeah, he
whatever.
didn't show up
That's
in
why he was
person
on
either.
Zoom. Yeah.
so I just felt like no one was asking the important question, which was why do you
Needed to know.
why do you sit why do you sit there and just watch dudes plow your wife?
I mean, I wasn't even there, but I feel like it was a really, really good call. You know? Like it was a good read.
That's
like,
because
you know how, like,
Jared's
people-
face was blurred.
Yeah. You like
You're not still blurry, are you?
certain.
No, whenever he was
certain
plowing
people
that
can,
guy's
like-
wife.
Certain people can like read a room, you know, and that was a really good call. It was a good read.
Into the breaking news.
On that note,
Where were we?
Did Jimmy Carter die today? Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I saw this. Shit.
oh my
Originally,
God,
no.
there's a whole account.
Yeah, every day they would tweet out no. And then the one day he did die, he got community noted.
The epic community
Only to
note.
say yes. Yes, he did die.
Did you guys see the shit of other people saying that this was like a Mandela effect? That a lot of people on Twitter are saying like, I swear Jimmy Carter has died multiple times
I did
before.
see that, yeah.
It's like, I swear about a year ago I saw this same shit. He died.
His
Saw the-
wife died, is what it was.
Oh, okay.
He just dies and he's
That's at least my best guess because I remember my brother lives in Atlanta and they're from Atlanta. So every time one of his wife died and they had to shut down the whole city for his funeral, I'm sure now that he died, it'll be similar. They'll shut down the whole city for his funeral.
it's Jimmy Carter. What if he's like the fucking God Emperor? He just lives for 10. He just keeps coming back.
What are your thoughts on Jimmy Carter, John?
I don't really know. I mean, I don't like him.
I'll give you that camera. You don't really like him.
You can't zoom in on me. You got to fucking make me look all fucking.
No,
like,
I still have to distinguate that.
I'm like the loser little brother in the back of the fucking Sandlot, or I just repeat what you guys say.
You'll get your turn eventually. Just watch.
Shut up, Tommy. I'm fucking Tommy. What was the question?
What do you think? Fucking Jimmy Carter
is a little before my time.
Oh, you're not that old?
He was the one who came up and fished here in Pennsylvania a lot, right?
No, that was his wife.
Yeah, he might have had a fishing cabin here somewhere.
No, I think he did. Yeah.
I think he was a big fly fisherman. or something.
On Spruce Creek, actually.
Not too far away from here.
I know what the older gentlemen, the old boys, say about him, and they don't seem to like him, and so I just sort of accept that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no. So, for like my whole life, I pretty much thought Jimmy Carter was like the most hated, worst president ever. I mean, you read history, there's probably some worse ones pre-Civil War.
Oh, here you go. Yeah,
Joe
good tweet you just pulled
Biden
up.
has kind of taken that crown, at least in the modern era, I would say. But yeah, no, this sort of sums up everything that all the old heads always say about him.
Although, like, how many presidents can you go back and look at and be like, damn, he was a great president?
The big thing I remember, like,
thank God for that guy.
The movie Argo. I don't know how many of you guys seen it, but that was pretty. Yeah. That was a pretty popular movie, and that sort of like was my frame of Jimmy Carter is like the whole Iran hostage crisis or whatever.
Or go fuck yourself.
Yeah, knock knock.
Didn't they make a show? Or no, that's Fargo.
That's a totally different movie.
One's in the Middle East, one's in Minnesota. You know.
Yeah, well.
About a guy that kills his wife.
Oh dear.
Actually, what if they remade Fargo, but like in the Middle East, and then just called it Argo? That would actually be a kick-ass movie.
Well, I mean, it's pretty close, in my defense.
Just one. Just an
but
F.
this is the question I'm posed. I also see a lot of things, and now, I mean, this is rose-colored glasses. Now he's dead. Everyone says nice things about someone when they die. There's a lot.
How
of
are you
cool,
not going to pull up
there's a lot of
Jack
cool
when you say rose-colored glasses?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Everything's looking pretty good to me right now, too. So.
There you go.
That's funny,
sorry.
No, you're right. I should have been on that one. I can't believe I didn't.
He's even got. Is that a rose on the shirt? Even.
It is. Yeah.
Oh God. Double.
I tell you, I'm going into the new
And
year
I'll tell
strong.
you what, that rose on your shirt, that's the same color as your glasses.
You're right. I actually planned that.
All right, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm done.
No, so there's
done.
a couple cool stories. I mean, this isn't necessarily about Jimmy Carter himself, but I don't know if you know this one. Willie Nelson, when he went to visit Carter in the White House, he smoked weed on the roof with Carter's son.
Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I don't know if there's any other presidents that would have really been.
You're telling me Willie Nelson smoked marijuana?
Just a little bit.
Only on the White House roof.
Just a little bit. Yeah, well, that one time, wouldn't you?
It would honestly be more of a standout story if he had not smoked weed with his son.
Honestly, well, Hunter Biden did cocaine and all that in the White House, so that's kind of cool.
I'm the only person
this
on
is
the-
before
I'm
like
the
shit
only
really
person
hit the fan. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, you
this
can't.
was when it was cool when Willie Nelson did it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like whatever Hunter Biden was doing. Or
Can't tell me this isn't an unreal amount of drip on Jimmy Carter here. Look at
The Allman Brothers.
Look at that.
That's a good drip.
Hell, you just got a shirt.
I did.
I would wear that. I wear the fuck out of that shirt.
Oh, that's a nice shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be that hard to go back through old photos and recreate a lot of these shirts.
No, it's probably not copyrighted anymore or anything.
Who cares? Fuck, I don't give a shit about that. They're going to fucking come track you down. They're going to see you in this shirt on a podcast.
I have a Charlie Daniels album, an old Charlie Daniels vinyl record, but it has the mail order catalog in it still. Some of that stuff's real fire. About half of it you couldn't make today because it's all Confederate stuff, but it's real cool. It's real cool stuff.
Charlie Daniels, no.
Mm-hmm.
Silk with Annie or A-N-E, Toter win. Thank you. What's our chat count out, by the way?
Our chat count is at 4 out of 20. Very nice.
And what was that 20? Did we elect a sacrificial helmet drinker yet?
I don't think we have.
I think Jared would be good at that.
Did we even explain to you guys what the helmet of shame is that's sitting right in front of you?
No, it's just sitting there.
Loosely.
Can you get us a wide shot of that there, Mr.
Well,
Producer?
the thing is, Jared lives closer. So if I get my clothes all soaked in beer and shit, I'm going to have to drive out to the trailer park.
That's true.
It's further away than his house. So
I was laughing when you opened your beer and you're like, I don't want to spill it on the floor in here. And I was like, dude, don't worry.
Donations.
Don't worry
Beer
about
through
it.
here.
If I do the
Yeah, so there you go. Jim Swellington is pointing
I
to
might
you.
be joining Jimmy B. If I do that. So, yeah.
We've developed some culture on this show, a ritual that at 20 super chats, somebody has got to chug a drink out of that helmet. Show them the inside of that helmet, Jim.
Yeah.
Jim Swellington.
Yeah.
It's battle worn. It's
some guy's
official
blood in it.
Flavor,
casualty
a lot
helmet.
of flavor. I can
Was
tell you
that
from
was that
firsthand
Jimmy
experience.
Carter's?
This was Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter
it
wore
was
this
Tim
helmet.
Wall's helmet. Tim Walls wore that in Tiananmen Square.
Tampon Tim.
Not
he
on
was
his
there.
head though.
Okay.
He had a little red book.
Tim Walls sat on that helmet
Oh, Jared will like that then.
upside down. So anyway, I mean, I'll do it if no one else wants to. I will say Mihai has done it, and Jim. Well, no, Jim hasn't.
Jim
I think
hasn't
Jim
done
should
it.
do it
Brother
since
did,
Jim
yeah,
hasn't
brother
done
did.
it.
Jim
yet.
hasn't done it. Axel Von Becker did it
Why are we
last.
doing this then? All right.
Well, if one of you guys wants to volunteer, you can, but I won't make you do it.
We'll figure that out when we get to 20.
We'll
Yeah,
wait till
we
it
have
gets.
ways to go.
Maybe we can do like a little draw straws
If I
kind of.
absolutely need
Yeah, we could draw straws.
to do what we need to. You know.
Lord of the Ree,
For the
I saw your
fans.
last. Can you pull up Lord of the Ree super chat that we didn't read
So
because
does
he's
it?
right?
So does it show how many people are watching now? Did you guys say that number?
Mihai can probably see that. Concurrent viewers,
At least 2.
93.
At least Jimmy.
93 at once right now.
can't-
Okay.
They're throwing out Jimmy Carter numbers.
I can't pull it up. I don't see it.
All right, sorry, Lord of the Ree.
You ever think though?
He
like,
also might be
if
joking. I'm not
Jimmy-
sure.
If Jimmy Carter kept like dying and shit, like his kids could like take off work for every one of those times.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like since he keeps coming back.
That's what we should call that when people
funeral
do
and
that.
can't
The
come.
Jimmy Carter effect.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
How many times has your grandma died?
It's like shit, yeah, like a lot. And you can keep using them in other jobs.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I'll tell you though, the thing I find most interesting about Jimmy Carter, he grew up in a neighborhood. He was like one of 2 white kids in a poor black kid neighborhood. He was a peanut farmer, and he made it all the way to the White House, which I just think is kind of crazy.
I don't believe that he had a peanut farm in a poor black neighborhood.
Well, that's the story he told.
I just don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't.
And even
I'm
if he
just
didn't,
shocked you guys know this much about Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Like, is he the guy who got shot in the head?
yeah, that's the one.
Last time
They sewed him back together, and he just died again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, another shit. His son took off work the next day. He was smoking pot.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sitting over here just picturing driving through the hood and then coming across a peanut farm.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck
Yeah,
on that.
peanut farm in Atlanta. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, even if that's not true,
I just
that's
don't buy it. I want to know
I
what
heard he
kind of
fixed it
neighborhood
up
this
before
was.
he ever did anything. He ran for office. He moved back home, fixed up the farm, and then
Fixed up
started
those
doing-
peanuts.
Yeah. Well,
Peanuts
so
were going.
even if you disagree that could be a real story or don't think that's a real story,
Okay, I'm sorry.
I will say this. This is fact. And up until he died, he lived in a fucking house that he built himself, which is a very humble ranch, single level house.
Did he not have a square and a
I'd live
level?
there.
That's gotta be him.
I feel like he should have put windows up in those. What do they call those trestles?
On those gables right
Trestles.
there.
Oh, there's a
Something.
reason he didn't, and you don't want to know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Freak
That's
offs.
where all the Freemason.
It
meetings
actually looks
happen.
like there were windows, and then he made a little triangle of siding and blocked them off.
Yeah, well, they need to bring him back.
The point I'm trying to make is I think it's cool that just like a normal guy can be president. I don't know if
Nah,
there's
no, it
ever
shouldn't.
actually been another one in our lifetime that's done.
I kind of question how normal he was if he got all the way to the president, but
Well, I think he started he was like a career politician. He started at local and state representative or state senate in Georgia, and then made it to actual Georgia Senate, and then made it to the presidency.
just looking at the way it works now, maybe it was not as corrupt back then. I don't know, but
I'm sure it's probably more corrupt. 'cause
I'm
he-
suspicious.
Doubt
He
it
was
could happen
probably paid
now.
off by like some mobster down there or something.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he was maybe a useful idiot, is the term. Like he just was like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Oh, I'm president now? Cool.
Yeah, sort of like Joe Biden.
I mean, that's the exact, yeah, that's not a bad point. He's very Biden-esque.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the timeline too of the whole career.
I mean, I get we're assuming. Maybe we're wrong. But yeah, Biden kind of has that vibe of just like, I don't care who you are. If you give me money, I'll do what you want.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, geez, Mike Jury's here. You see that? See that, Jim? That's Mike from
What's up,
work.
Mike Jerry?
Right on. Good to see you.
Oh,
The world famous Mike
hey,
Jury.
The
pal.
world famous Mike Jury. Welcome. You guys need a deck built.
Good
in
friend
State
of
College,
Mike.
Pennsylvania.
Good friend of Mike
You need a
Judge.
bathroom replaced.
Yep. You need a
Call Mike
helmet.
Jury.
Jerry?
Mike Jerry.
Call him
This
up.
guy can
Helmet
build
digger.
some stairs. I'll tell you
Keep that in
that.
mind.
Just got a free advertisement there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's pull up his business website. See what's good. Let's request a quote.
Yeah, let's get a quote from him, and maybe we can read out, do some things in the studio.
I don't know, to try to stay somewhat on point. So I don't know a lot about Carter. That's
You
it.
get thrown off.
I feel like we're all too young. Maybe
Well, it seems like Mihai does.
Mihai is
No, I mean,
very
Dude,
invested
you were,
in.
those facts
I
you were
try to
coming
come
out with,
prepared.
like,
I
fucking
try to,
nerd.
like, if I have a topic, I want to try and at least Google.
Well, yeah,
the
that's
guy's
what I was
name.
saying earlier. I was like, that's what I'm shocked you guys
Well,
know
then
so much about Jimmy Carter.
I'll ask you, since you do seem to know more than any of us. I'm not joking, by the way. Like
Okay.
you really do.
No.
My understanding is Jimmy Carter is absolutely hated by the right,
Agreed.
and in general is considered pretty shitty between both the left and right. That is my understanding. Is like nobody really thinks he was that great. That's the summary that I've always heard.
Yeah, and I think the big thing actually to the people of the day was because of the Iran crisis was how high gas prices went. There was actually a gas shortage where there was like a lottery system for you to even get gas.
And those facts you showed, it looked like he created a bunch of government departments. Yeah.
He did.
I always thought that was kind of like Teddy Roosevelt. Didn't he do that too, or not?
Like the new.
No, the
He
other
made a whole
Roosevelt,
bunch of-
his cousin,
FDR.
One of them, yeah. He made a whole bunch.
FDR was a piece of shit, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I
That's
guess
the
I should
one
say,
I
but
think in my mind is like the shitty one. But I don't really.
that does seem to be where it all kind of started to go wrong.
Yeah.
I would say like someone like a Woodrow Wilson is a worse president than a Jimmy Carter, though.
See, Woodrow, that's where you start to lose me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. John Quincy Adams wasn't great either.
You
Right.
can say that. You can say that.
No one ever talks about JQ Adams.
Yeah, I mean, he was
all
always,
wanna
he was
talk
always
about-
in the shadow of his father.
Just the regular John, and no one wants to get into that Quincy zone.
John Quincy. Does John Quincy
What if Q?
pre or post?
What if Q is John Quincy Adams? He's still alive, tweeting.
Yeah, he just keeps injecting
believe
himself with young boy's blood.
Are you guys big
The
Q?
adrenochrome?
You know Q? You follow the Q thing? Do you even know what I'm talking? I love him. I'm so glad you
He
don't.
just he just froze up. He is Q.
I didn't know the first.
That's cute right there.
You said I.
It's like, what the fuck? How
You
did
talking
you?
about like Q Laser from James Bond?
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Q, Mihai?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I
Keep it
know.
on.
I've got the brain rot.
Are you going to enlighten us
I got the
as to
brain
what the
rot.
Q thing?
I don't even know how to explain it.
It's like during the, let's say, like 2016 election.
It's
there
still
was-
going on, I
yeah,
think.
still now, but I feel like it doesn't really have a
The
back.
2016 election is still going on. Is that what you said?
Well, some would say that.
It's essentially an anonymous online account that periodically makes these leaks that, you know, trust the plan and everything's going to work out. And it's pro-Trump in a sense.
People people thought it was Trump. They're like, oh, he's Q. He's like schizo posting and telling us what's going to happen.
I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
do, you,
Okay.
do you remember an old thing, Cicada 3301, that whole thing? Does that ring a bell? It's sort of like that in
I
a way.
remember the cicadas back how many there were and what.
That was probably like 2007 or something.
Yeah, we used to hit them with tennis rackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that.
Annoying bastards.
Basically, that's Q.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there sure were a lot of them.
Glad I could help you understand.
We
They
got
all
there.
have the same name. Every one of those
Yeah,
cicadas.
that's crazy.
Q.
Q.
I have a friend named Quinn that I just call Q.
We have a friend. Well, yeah, we know. There's like DJ stuff. DJ Q.
Yeah, I don't.
Shout out DJ Q, Huntington
Shout out
County.
DJ Gas Pedal. Whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah, where did he go?
He's the first donor of that cuck chair you're in right there.
He was. He
Yeah.
broke it in.
Still warm?
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Did we ever go back to Lord of the Rings super chat?
I couldn't
No,
find
it
the
was
last
too
one.
far,
The last one that he said, I can't pull it up, but I can see it. Is this is what you all get for hiring the H-1Bs?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, yeah,
That was it. That's what he was talking about. Pull that up.
I can't get it to pull up on here, but I can get it to pull up on the one up here.
Just read it. Read it for them.
Yeah,
for
I
him.
literally just read it. This
One more
is what
time.
you all get for hiring H-1Bs.
What's our count at? Are we at 5 yet? We're at 5.
7 out of 20, actually.
Ooh, wow. Oh, come on. It can be any amount. It can be like 9 cents.
Oh,
there's
Williams
one.
Channel.
Oh wait, no, you brought it back up.
Did you do that, or did
Yeah, I
he?
think he just brought it back up. Unless he did it.
I did
He
not
just-
do that.
Oh, okay. This is new.
Yeah, you did, because it's not in the right-hand side.
No,
You're-
they're all
did
coming
you
in now.
did you switch the YouTube chat to paid or whatever? Is that what you're looking at paid chats? Because you're bringing up old ones, aren't you?
I'm not fucking clicking anything, dude.
But you're lying.
Hands off, fucking board.
Well, anyway, Cornish Co. balls.
There's a couple that are coming through now. These are all like backlogged. I don't know what's happening, but thank you, Williams Channel.
Williams Channel, Jimmy Carter had class Biden is just trash. So, oh yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
No, like that's what I'm saying. They're just
Might
now
have
coming
lagged or
through.
something. Now they're all coming in.
Interesting. Well, as exciting as it is to talk about that,
It is. Should we see what Trump has to say about Jimmy Carter?
we should.
The world. And you take a look at the Panama Canal, it was such an incredible engineering marvel. We sold it under Jimmy Carter, we sold it to Panama for $1. The following day, they quadrupled
It's kind of like the
the amount
Godfather.
of money the ships had to pay to get across. They didn't lose one ship. And now they've made it much bigger, and now they've widened it, they've doubled it, right? They've more than doubled it. and it's one of the most profitable things. Any time it's just incredible, right? We gave it away for $1. China now controls it. They actually control the Panama Canal. They run it, they control it, and we shouldn't let that happen. And we can't let China be in Cuba, and they'll get out. If I'm president, they'll get out, because I had a very good relationship with.
So I said that the old heads earlier, their biggest gripe with Jimmy Carter was the gas crisis. It's clear to say that Trump's biggest gripe with Jimmy Carter was selling the Panama Canal back to Panama for $1. Little bit of history lesson for you guys. Panama used to be a part of Colombia. The only reason Panama exists today as a nation was because when we approached Colombia, Theodore Roosevelt, the guy you were just talking about, he approached Colombia asking them to build the Panama Canal where it is now. It was originally tried to be built by the French. They failed because too many men died. They gave up on the project. When he approached Colombia, they said no. Teddy Roosevelt said, okay, fuck you. I'm going to go fund all these rebels in Panama, and I'm going to make them make their own country. And then the deal is when they become their own country, we own the Panama Canal. And that is exactly what happened. So the only way that Panama became a country was so we could have the Panama Canal. Jimmy Carter, as a human rights activist, thought it would be a good idea to then sell it back to Panama for $1, who now charges us exorbitant fees, which they were never supposed to do, to use the Panama Canal. Long story short, Trump wants to now invade the Panama Canal and take it back. So we say.
For $1.
That's a romantic idea we like to have. It's really just a negotiating tactic, probably, but there's other talk, so I don't know how much you guys have heard about. Oh, Maddie England, thank you very much. Oh, geez, in pounds. What the fuck am I going to do with a pound?
2 pounds. Well, he is Maddie England.
Hey, I appreciate it. I hope you're not from London, though. London stand.
Wait, so what is our actual chat count now?
Our chat count now is at 8. So that one came in right away.
So the backlog thing is one separate problem, but the 8 count is accurate?
The 8 count is accurate. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Matt. That is sometimes we get really weird currencies. There's really nothing you can do about it.
I mean, it's definitely, actually, probably, it's better than $1. It's worth more than $1.
Yeah, that's like $4.
No, it's like
$3.72.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and just a reminder, chat, is that the amount is irrelevant. It's just 20 super chats, and that's when the chug happens. So, any amount of pounds you want to give is cool by us.
So what is a super chat?
That's what those chats that are popping
he says,
up.
No, fuck London. I'm from the countryside. I guess he must be from. Where's Jeremy Clarkson from? Where's he live? Fucking Cornwall. No, fucking.
I'm not great with.
I know you know where I'm talking about, Matt England. If you're from England, you know who Jeremy Clarkson is.
Oh yeah.
You know where he lives. Tell me where he lives. Where's Clarkson's farm? While he does that, have you guys seen that Trump wants to take Greenland too from Denmark? Actually, currently.
Let's get that Greenland. That's the whole That's our title of our show, isn't it?
And he also wants to make Canada part of the U.S.
Yeah,
51st state.
51st state. When
Governor Trudeau.
He met with Trudeau. He had a meeting with them, and then he figured out that
for $1.
For $1, yes, exactly. He figured out that Canada actually charges America money to even exist every year as a country. So at that point, he said, "Why are you not just the 51st state?"
Yeah, I actually.
So actually, I have a video I can pull up on that. And that's fucking funny. Thank you, Mez303.
Thank you, Mez.
Not a word was said.
I don't know that I've seen Mez 303 before. Good to
I
have
don't
him
know that I have
either.
either, but we appreciate it.
Well, 4 of us appreciate it. 1 of us is going to be pretty pissed about that.
I washed it out pretty good.
Here we are, so.
And tonight we're getting some new details about that Trump.
You might need to turn up the on the actual video. Yeah.
We are told that when Trudeau told President-elect Trump that new tariffs would kill the Canadian economy, Trump joked to him that if Canada can't survive without ripping off the U.S. to the tune of $100 billion a year, then maybe Canada should become the 51st state and Trudeau could become its governor. Right.
More on that detail with the panel.
The smile there is what that was funny. So I don't know. I think it'd be a funny idea. He then, when the media freaked out after that alleged meeting, he confirmed it with this tweet. It was a pleasure to have dinner with the other night with Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada. I look forward to seeing the governor again soon, that we may continue our in-depth talks on tariffs and trades.
It's just the president's version of bullying.
So I would think a lot of people on the right, especially in this new right where we've just kind of started to take the reins back on this country, is at least what it starts to feel like after that election win. I think they're hesitant towards Canada becoming a 51st state because when you think of Canada, you think of a much more liberal version of America. Mm-hmm. There's a reason that they got to where they're at now, and it's everything that we're trying to go against.
But if
I can see it.
If we take over Canada, though, they're probably gonna up the drinking age to 21, and then like the people under 21 here in the
and their alcohol percentages are going to go
To
down.
go binge at.
Yeah, their beer's going to be capped at 10%.
That's a big deal. I know when I was 20, I went up there on a good time.
Yeah, I went senior
up
week in high
to
school.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah. No, we were up in Toronto.
Oh shit. Okay.
On a good time. A lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, they have a beer like a blue moon, but it's something else, right?
I think it's just called.
And the whole time you thought it was blue moon till like the last day.
Yeah.
Is it just French for blue moon, like La Lune Bleu?
It was like,
Shit.
you should maybe look that up. What's the
Call it
Canadian
like,
blue
like,
moon?
Like Blue Moon or something.
Canadian
Molson Blue?
Moon.
No, it was just called. It was called like Belgium or something.
Belgian white.
Yeah, it was
Belgian white or something. Yeah.
or something. And by the last day, I was like, I haven't even been drinking.
Yeah,
Blue Moon.
Belgian Moon is what it's called.
Belgian. Let's get some Belgian moons on the next cider house.
Come on.
We'll get a Canadian flag up. We'll have a Canada
With some
episode.
milk in a bag.
I love that.
You know they do that. They
think
put
I've
their
had
milk
those
in
before.
bags.
Oh, they're still doing that?
Dude, here's a true. I got a true Canada.
That's the first thing we'll have to change.
Okay, that's fair. I can see how you confuse me.
Here's a true Canada story, real quick.
Blue moon.
I was like, what?
Last time I was up at Niagara Falls, I was
the same
standing by the falls. I don't want to interrupt your belt. Oh my God, it really
Yeah,
is
look at that,
fucking.
dude. It looks like the exact same beer.
Let's see, is it the same company?
Oh my God,
So maybe I'm not as crazy as
No,
That
I
is-
definitely see it now.
an incredible ripoff.
Yep.
It's probably the same company.
Who
it's
was
sort
first?
of like
Who was first?
Yeah, who was first? That's what I was about to.
Well, you guys know about Aldi?
Yeah,
Aldi's
the
like
grocery store.
Yeah, so in Germany, it's Aldi North and Aldi South, or Aldi East and Aldi West, or whatever it is. It's owned by two brothers. But in America, because of copyright laws, you can't have two companies with the same name. So the one brother owns Aldi in America, and you know what the company the other brother owns?
Moldy. I don't know.
Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
So the same shit.
The more you know. Same shit, same exact fucking
what is
stuff,
the
different
deal with
branding.
Trader Joe's while we're on that topic? Everyone, I've never been, but
Except
I
they
feel like
charge
everyone
twice as
that's ever
much.
gone there is like obsessed with Trader Joe's.
They have some heat there. Not gonna lie. They have some
I think
good
it's the
shit.
Hawaiian shirts.
Following, you know?
I think it's the
Yeah, it
Hawaiian
has like a
shirts.
severe following for sure.
But so's Aldi's kind of,
I think it's that like Whole Foods vibe. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
Yeah.
like a hipster sort of thing, I feel.
want to
Okay.
buy cheap food, but I want it to look more expensive.
Yeah, the packaging makes it look more presentable.
Yeah.
Well, Aldi's, I don't think they give you a bag.
Oh yeah, you gotta
I
pay
went there
25
one
cents.
time.
Oh yeah, you gotta
You
bring
gotta
your
put a
own
quarter
bags,
in the
or you
cart.
gotta
You gotta
pay.
put a
You got
quarter
a
in
quarter in the
I
cart.
guess
to
what?
get
I
it.
went one time and never went back.
Oh, Aldi's does that quarter shit?
Yeah, dude. I was like, what do you mean you
a
don't? I was like, what am I
European thing.
supposed to do?
You pay for a cart now?
The bubbles would be fucking foaming
I
at the
was like
mouth.
carrying out like beef and things in my hand. It was so weird. So
They do give you boxes though. There's like a bunch of boxes in there.
no, they didn't give me a box. I
I think they're just like sitting there to
think
take.
they just wanted me gone.
Yeah, you pack it yourself.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
just carrying it like this.
Like, yep.
Yeah.
How long? How many years until you walk into a grocery store and there's a literal cow standing there and they hand you a fucking cleaver, and they're like, "Go get your fucking steaks."
I'm
Does it
gonna
have-
go with never.
Is there an option to use like the air gun from No Country from Old Men?
oh yeah.
Was that not the
the ice
trend? It
cube
used to be like you'd walk in and they'd go get your food for you, and then somebody had the brilliant idea of like, why don't we just let them go walk through the shelves themselves? That's even better. We don't have to do anything, and that's your current grocery store. Well, now it's like the walk past that and there's just a fucking cow.
I think No Country for Old Men. Did you guys? There's like no film scoring or music in the whole thing. I didn't even realize that when I was watching. Have you guys heard that?
There's definitely sound design. There's not
Yeah,
one
but
song.
there's not. I don't think there is.
That might
Maybe
be
I'm
true.
tripping, but I think
That's a weird movie.
I'm pretty sure the whole movie doesn't
It's a
have
weird
one
movie. It's
single
really good.
I do like that movie.
like music sound, like film scoring. which I think
Speaking
is
of
crazy.
Coen Brothers and Fargo,
I don't know.
It's another Coen Brothers movie.
But I don't know that I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't know till I read it somewhere. I think it was that movie.
It's definitely very quiet. Like the first 30 minutes at least have no music. I can pretty sure of that.
I'm pretty.
I think I saw.
Yeah.
You guys know that that movie's actually just a dream?
No,
I think it's actually a movie. I don't think you're right.
I'm pretty sure that.
For sure, I watched that.
was a real movie.
I was there.
No. Like the guy, it's supposed to be like the main
Thanks for playing
character.
along.
He's having a dream the whole time.
Jared thought he was watching Cops.
Yeah. I was like, when they
Bad
go into
boys,
the
bad
Wait,
boys.
you're saying that the whole movie is the dream of Josh Brolin or whatever?
No, of fucking what's the guy's name? The actor.
Anton Chigurh, the bad guy?
No, the good guy.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, Tommy. It's all a dream of Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, because at the end he says something about waking up from a dream?
What? No, that's not in the movie. It's
At the very end of No Country for Old Men his last words are, "And then I woke up."
I don't know. You guys
Really?
hear something
That I
coming from the
didn't know.
couch?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh?
He's talking about having a dream of his father carrying a torch. That's how the movie ends.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think the whole
watched that
movie is
shit
just a weird
10
dream.
years ago.
I didn't know that, but okay.
Anyway.
That's kind of like the ending of The Sixth Sense. You guys ever seen that one? That one's trippy.
Been a while.
What are
I think
your
I watched that as a
thoughts?
kid.
Don't ruin it for me.
On the Electoral College.
Oh,
Since you guys voted for Obama, what are your thoughts on the Electoral College?
You Obama fans.
How many votes does Canada get as a 51st state?
How
Obama.
many electoral votes?
got
does
it.
Canada-
I definitely think.
At least,
Well,
at least 10.
I think
they-
we still need it. For
Can they be at the Canadian
this is if
exchange
Canada
rate?
had an electoral map as of 2019. Don't get it confused because the red is
Oh,
actually
backwards,
liberals.
yeah.
And I don't know who the fuck lives up in this part, if anybody at all.
Yeah,
all
not
th-
many.
All three of them voted liberal.
Yeah, and over here is actually where 99% of the population of Canada lives.
You're telling me Jeremiah Johnson out in British Columbia?
Jeremiah Johnson, yeah, what the fuck?
Jeremiah.
I don't know. Well, I definitely support the Electoral
up
College
there.
because we're not a democracy. We're a representative democracy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if
Something
we
like
didn't
that,
have
yeah.
that, then it would just be mob rules, and that's not how we do it.
Yeah, it's for the people, or was it of the people, by the people, for the people.
Equal representation. You
But
know what
the
I mean?
people
For the
are
people that are
stupid.
in between the cities, like us.
Because if it was just cities,
It'd be Philly and
You know.
Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you would, the campaign season would just go to New York.
Everyone
LA.
in between wouldn't have a.
Yeah, but try explaining to that someone who lives in New York City.
I don't think I really want Canada to be part of the United States. I've been agonizing over this as we've been talking, and I don't want it.
Why is
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just adding lower quality of everything we already have. It's everything we have, but just worse versions of it.
Do you not feel a part of it as manifest destiny? Looking on a globe, looking on a map, and just seeing all of North America be
Well, if we had
Greenland, I do. Greenland,
Hey,
I
I'll
do.
tell
see
you what,
that.
Mihai, if we had the willpower and the mental fortitude and the unity to just go genocide all of them, and then we just had the land, then I'd be all for it.
I'd love to go fishing up there.
But the problem with Canada, as Edward the Longshanks says something similar in Braveheart, the problem with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. Problem with Canada is that it's full of Canadians.
I don't know what South Park would do if Canada became a part of the United States. You ever thought about that? Would they have to stop making them have fake, like,
So half
fucked
their
up faces,
characters
or
would have
like-
to be
yeah.
half faces.
No, I don't know. If we're going to attempt to take the Canada thing somewhat seriously, like it's just, we already have overexpanded, in my opinion. And that's why you see all this bizarre lack of unity and control and shit show, is because it's no longer a cohesive single culture.
Yeah, but John, think about it as like the parents that are about to get a divorce, but rather than getting a divorce, they have another child. And then that prolongs the marriage for at least another 10
That's
years.
what adding Canada is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's a little Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
I think Greenland is actually realistically manageable to add in terms of population. And like, I actually really genuinely like the idea of adding Greenland. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I've said this before. I've said this a couple times now since this has popped up in the news cycle. If we buy Greenland, I'm going to have to sell everything and move to Greenland.
Yeah, I would do it too.
Not for my own sake, but for future
Well, we talk a
generations.
lot about on here
pioneering.
the interesting part of the world we live in now that's different than the past is there's no longer really anywhere left to run to. There's no dark continent you can go escape to and like, risk your life to just, but at least you can get the fuck away from the stupidity and corruption that you currently live in. But that's not the case anymore. So Greenland maybe could be something like that again if, it could be a new frontier. And you would definitely get someone like me to move there. Fuck that. I'd be out of here in a second.
Well, he comes in with pretty strong words. The United States of America feels that the ownership and control of Greenland is an absolute necessity.
I'm sure they found resources there is mostly what that's about. But
Oh, there's probably so many untapped resources under the ice that we don't even know about.
It's probably not a bad. I mean, don't we already have a bunch of bases in Greenland and shit? I'm pretty sure we do.
I think we do. I think a lot of our main Arctic bases are all in Greenland.
But what's the population of Greenland? Like 50,000?
Good question.
Is it even as big as this town?
I think, my guess is 500,000.
Yeah, like you couldn't realistically. I know no one's seriously talking about adding Canada anytime soon, but you couldn't like realistically do that.
Wow. All right, everyone guess what the population of Greenland is.
I literally think it's like 50,000.
I'm going 85,000.
Is it
Really? I would think, like
500?
I have no idea.
Add a zero?
200,000 or
Yeah, God, fuck, I don't know, 250,000.
yeah, 200.
56,000.
Holy shit, I was close.
So State College with the students
19,
down is 100,000.
19 of those 56,000 all live in one city.
Dude, that's hilariously
It's
small.
not a very.
Yeah, I would definitely
That makes
move.
sense.
Yeah,
Dude,
we
we
have
would
to-
take that
we have
place
to go
over.
buy everything. Yeah,
We could like define what kind of country it would be 200 years later, like what their national anthem would be and shit.
I didn't know it was that small. Wow.
yeah, that's wild.
I want 300 years from now some little Greenland kid to be like, "What's butt fuck the USA mean?" in our national anthem. I'd be like, "I don't know. It's been in there for hundreds of years."
Nah, it's all started with Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Why do we sing "Suck My Dick, King George"? I don't know. So 300 years ago.
Started in Greenland.
You know the story.
My
of
founding.
Yankee
What would
Doodle
your
Dandy?
founding father name be? Mine would be Jorge Washington.
I don't think that would be allowed then.
It would. We do whatever we want.
I don't think any Jorges were in the.
I know that's what because
In the
people be so
conversation.
confused. They'd be like a Mexican man with a British last name conquered an ice island.
Cornish Co. Canada can still become U.S. territory. No votes.
No votes.
That is true. I mean, there's a
2-2-3.
process to this
Go on.
thing. You have to become a territory first before you can become a state. It would be unfair to Puerto Rico if we let them become a state first.
Unfair to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever heard something I care less about. Hey, that's unfair to Puerto Rico, guys. That should become part of our show culture. Whenever something happens, we just talk about how unfair it is.
Do you think we should let Hawaii just be its own thing?
That's what I mean when I talk about overexpanding. But no, I think it's pretty strategic.
Definitely strategic. Definitely strategic.
The same reason
Found
we have
that
like
in World War
Guam
II.
and fucking Midway and shit.
Yeah, and we had the Philippines, which is actually wild. I don't know. It's probably good that we gave up the Philippines because you look at, I think it's like the highest murder rate in the world in the Philippines.
Why does that make me laugh? What's wrong with me? I've been watching politics way too long. Everything that people get horrified by, I just burst out laughing. No, anyway, so Greenland, Canada. I think Greenland is not entirely a meme or a troll or a joke.
I think Greenland is 110% serious.
Yeah, I think he really wants it.
I mean, he used the same exact wording actually in his tweet about the Panama Canal. I didn't read it, but that ownership is absolute necessity. I just find it interesting. I have this. This is cool too, actually.
So Donald Trump said that it's an absolute.
Yeah, this is Donald
Trump
Truth.
saying this. Yeah,
on his Truth
Yeah.
Social.
Man, I guess I'm not too up to date on that one.
Well, back when he was president years ago, he said something kind of tongue in cheek about buying Greenland, and then the whole media flipped out as they always do about it. And now, but I think he
I wonder
was.
why it's an absolute necessity.
I think he just like wants to see if he can. I really think that's it.
Maybe we're getting confused.
Like,
on
picture
what
yourself as
necessity
really
means.
being the most powerful person on the planet and just being like, I mean, I got 4 years here. I might as well try to buy Greenland and just see what happens.
Whoa, they're getting rid of the North South Dakota and making it into one.
Yeah, I did just notice that too. So this is, I don't know who tweeted this.
Quiton, the new Colossus.
I've seen this picture a couple of times. So this is like the pipe dream of the people that are pro this and what their future America looks like.
None of it nation.
Why don't we just send all the Indians up to the Nunavut Nation?
They're already there, man. That's what I hear.
Just keep sending them further and further.
Oh, man.
What I find interesting about this is it includes the Mexico.
Yeah, like what's going on there?
So I think that is based off of Trump's.
Oh, we got
invasion of
apparently we got
Soft
we got Canada and the Yucatan too. This looks like
and Cuba somehow and Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And Central America becomes one country.
So you want me? It sounds like you want to bring back Manifest Destiny. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So imperialism was actually really cool.
Would yours be racially based or just
no?
You would have a meritocracy.
Yeah.
But also
Absolutely.
a conquering meritocracy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how you can have a country with the name United States of America without taking over all of America.
Fair point.
It's just kind of like
You've convinced me. Let's kill them all.
It's like, what are we trying to prove? How can we call ourselves such a thing?
I really want to get down to Haiti and have some of those dirt cookies myself.
Yes,
the
barbecue.
The bonbon taste.
Would barbecue become the governor?
Oh, the man named barbecue.
Yeah, the man named
I forgot about him.
Remember when that was big in the news cycle? What's going on with barbecues? He's still in charge.
Holy shit.
I meant to pull this up earlier, too. This is Trump's tweet about invading Mexico.
Oh, that was a good one, too.
Not his tweet, but whatever this is from Unusual Whales, which I find to be a pretty reliable source.
I do follow Unusual Whales.
Yeah. Donald Trump and his team are reportedly debating how much to invade Mexico. Keyword, how much?
How much?
Trump promised to wage war on drug cartels in Mexico. I mean, it makes sense. To me, I don't you think about the idea of us fighting how many wars across the Middle East and how far away that is when how many drugs come across our southern border. What kills more Americans every year? Terrorists in the Middle East or cartel members in Mexico?
What's the answer?
Tide Pod.
As young men yourselves, what would you be more willing to go to war with? If your country said we're drafting you tomorrow, would you rather go fight terrorists in the Middle East or go fight the Mexican cartels that are sending over fentanyl?
Am I fighting or am I flying a drone?
Can we not do a two-front war? Can't we do both?
Well, according to what's his face that just died, Henry Kissinger, we could fight a three-front war.
Fucking Kissinger.
We could fight a three-front war.
Speaking of causes of all the problems we have, I think taking that question seriously, Mexico. I'd way rather deal with Mexico than get fucking around in the Middle East.
And that's my point. It's kind of an obvious answer, right?
Yeah.
So why does this not make sense? Is my question.
Oh, I see. Oh, you were being Socratic.
Pedantic.
Socratic? Pedantic?
I don't know. You're probably right.
Some kind of ancient
you have
Greek man.
a better vocabulary than I do.
I don't know about that.
Well,
what if I
you
just
at least have all these books on the wall. I don't know if you read it.
I do put those books up to throw people off.
Aloha snack bar. $2 coming in hot.
What are we
Thank
at?
you very much. We are at 11 out of 20, so we're actually kind of fucking.
Hey, is YouTube like
Cooking.
limiting people to $2? Like, can you not do less than that? I feel like they're fucking with you because I don't.
I
think
might have fucked something up.
I feel like last time I saw
I don't think
someone do
because
99
Lord of the Rings hit it with a $20 right off the rip.
Yeah, but can you do less than $2?
Oh, that's the
You really ought to be able to, but apparently it's not letting you. I don't know. It's been a
That's
long
how we scammed the guy in England. We got 2 pounds.
We got 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the weirdest currency. I got some weird Southeast Asian currency once.
It's probably worth absolutely nothing.
Dude, so you guys are music guys. About 20 years ago, I used this program called Fruity Loops to make rap beats. And I sold one. I sold my first rap beat for $100 to this rapper on the internet. And he was in Canada. And so, we were like, he's like, hey, I want to buy that beat. I was like,
Please tell me it's Drake.
$100. Sold it to him. I get the payment. It's in Canadian dollars. So it was like $90. He shorted me $10 by paying Canadian dollars.
Aloha Snack Bar again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aloha Snack Bar.
Hey, thank you, Snack Bar.
And I never tried. That really ruined rap beat producing for me as a young white man.
Yeah, you never. Was that Drake?
I think it was a weekend.
Well, that was before its time.
Yeah.
Fruity Loops, man. Holy shit. I still have it on a computer somewhere.
Good old Fruity.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I was going to say, we don't have that set up. We can't take calls. Or did you
Oh, you're right. We don't have it set up.
Yeah.
How do I make that stop?
Bottom left.
There we go.
I was about to. So we're right at about 1 hour into the show. I didn't know if you guys want to take a break or bathroom. You can also stay.
We give the option for a bathroom break or get out of here if you want.
Cornish, or if you guys want to go about with your evening also.
Cornish Cove.
Why don't we do that? You want to just put on the.
Thank you very much.
Put on the little turn our mics off and put on the that what you just put on.
I don't know that we actually have to take a break though. They got some things they want to do in the second hour, so I don't think
I'll run out and hit the bathroom.
You can do that anytime you want.
Yeah, you can do that right now. I mean, I'm going to too. Yeah, we don't have to stop the show for that. But yeah, grab a drink or whatever you want to do.
No, that's okay because I got something I want to talk about here.
All right. What are we at? Like 14, 13, 14?
12.
What? I thought I just saw like 3 more.
I wonder if it like if the same person donates.
Oh, you know what? It's not counting like if somebody does it on a different platform.
Oh.
So anything from like Rumble or Twitter or that wouldn't count towards it, would it?
I see. Jim, you leaving?
I need a beer. I'll be right back.
Why don't you just throw it up and we'll take like
All
5
right,
minutes?
I guess we're throwing it up.
I'm going to fix all these focuses. Yeah, that'll work. Just turn our mics off and then play any song of your choosing.
All that garbage in your drain, you might OD. Might have a myocardial infarction from Martian technology. You might become all myopic and start shopping apologies at college parties till you're all retarded. That's quality. I'm just hitting on my war drum. Warned you this would happen if I ran out of gum. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Now there's no more sizzle sweet. Gotta eat the lizard people. No look, it's Alfred Newman, but gayer. And it's true, if you said Beetlejuice, you summon the mayor. And this is definitely the first time I've seen boots on the equator. I guess it's cool that Kamala is here to do us a favor. What the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is happening? Why every time I adjust my screen, this motherfucking thing just keep on creeping on me? Get it away from me. Not in vacation to get brain raped by race bit. Okay, I don't need no RESPICT. Better be careful putting all that garbage in your drain. You might OD. Might have a myocardial infarction from Martian technology. You might become all myopic and start shopping apologies. College parties aren't what they used to be. Me? I'm just sitting on my war drum. Warned you this would happen if I ran out of gum. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Now there's no more sizzle sweet. Gotta eat the lizard I'm just sitting on my war drum. Warned you this would happen if I ran out of gum. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Now there's no more sizzle sweet. Gotta eat the lizard people. No look, it's Michael Bloomberg, but smaller. And the dude is rubbing uvulas with Ernesto Guevara. And this is the first time I've seen boobs on Jeffrey Dahmer. I guess it's cool to Pocahontas to see to give us some honesty. What the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is happening? Why every time I adjust my screen, this motherfucking thing just keep on creeping on me? Get it away from me. I didn't pay cable to get brain raped by Satan. Okay, I don't need AOC, OVID-19. Better be careful putting all that garbage in your drain. You might OD. Might have a myocardial infarction from Martian technology. You might become all myopic and start shopping apologies at college parties till you're all retarded. That's quality. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Warned you this would happen if I ran out of gum. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Now there's no more sizzle sweet. Gotta eat the lizard people. No look, it's Alfred Newman, but gayer. And it's true, if you said Beetlejuice, you summon the mayor. And this is definitely the first time I've seen boobs on the equator. I guess it's cool that Kamala is here to do us a favor. What the fuck is this thing? What the fuck is happening? Why every time I adjust my screen, this motherfucking thing just keep on creeping on me? Get it away from me. Not in vacation to get brain raped by race bit. Okay, I don't need no RESPICT. Better be careful putting all that garbage in your drain. You might OD. Might have a myocardial infarction from Martian technology. You might become all myopic and start shopping apologies. College parties aren't what they used to be. Me? I'm just sitting on my war drum. Warned you this would happen if I ran out of gum. I'm just sitting on my war drum. Now there's no more sizzle sweet. Gotta eat the lizard people.
got an amalgamation of sounds going on now. That's okay. If I can figure out how to turn these off, that'd be cool. How do I turn off all these sounds? There's too much going on. I'm trying to bring it back. It's all going wrong. Every song is playing at once. That's good.
That did it.
That's good. Don't touch anything else. All right. Welcome back. Here we are.
Play them all at the same time.
I just kept pressing buttons hoping it would stop.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Way to do it. Oh, I'm all tangled up.
Gentlemen, how was the break?
Oh, wonderful.
Everything get out?
Mhm.
Everything come out okay?
Perfect.
So, we can go to the next topic. I don't know when you want to play your song or when you want to plug yourself and when you want to do your thing. I don't want to stop you from spreading those wings.
We can give it a rip now.
Yeah, you might as well do it because
Why not?
viewership will drop off at the end here. So let's just.
Okay. So
Not that one.
I was impressed earlier, Jack.
Well, thank you, sir. Hopefully, I can stumble through something here.
Nah, Jack wants to play a song for us here and give us a little demo of what he's got on that EP here.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's 4 songs. Spotify, iTunes, Jack Wild, WYLDE, and it's White Trash Pickup. That's the.
Hell yeah, brother.
So, I guess I'll just play kind of the first.
No, do your thing.
The album, the one that it's called. What do you call that? There's a name for it, right?
The
title track or
Yeah, the title track. Yeah. Yeah, title track, I think that's. Just a sitting in the driveway. Couldn't top 60, never took her on the highway. Daddy's old pickup was built for the backwoods. 10 different colors, pop rivets on the floorboard. Smelled like cigarettes, oil and exhaust fumes. She was a beater and an old family heirloom. Wouldn't trade it in for a brand new Cadillac. Well, some of y'all just couldn't understand that. And it might be a rust bucket pickup truck with a whole lot of miles, don't seem like much. And she sure ain't built for speed. But the old truck still ain't over the hill. I wouldn't trade it in for a brand new set of wheels. King Tut's gold or the Playboy Mansion's king. I try to explain, but you wouldn't understand. It's a small town, hand-me-down white trash pickup thing. I had an old man tell me one time that pickup trucks are a lot like wine. They're getting better as the days go by, and it won't leave you hanging if you know how to treat it right. A couple old faded stickers on the back, a mirror's cracked shotgun on a gun rack, a can of Copenhagen sitting on the dash, playing some Hank or a little bit of Johnny Cash. And it might be a rust bucket pickup truck with a whole lot of miles, don't seem like much. She sure ain't built for speed. But the old truck still ain't over the hill. I wouldn't trade it in for a brand new set of wheels. King Tut's gold or the Playboy Mansion's key. I try to explain, but you wouldn't understand. It's a small town, hand-me-down white trash pickup thing. I can't read and play at the same time. What's that say?
You're killing it.
White
You were
trash
killing it.
pickup.
Yeah,
No,
that was good.
fuck yeah,
That was
dude.
good.
That
Dr.
was
Tetanus.
fucking
Hello,
awesome.
sir.
Yeah, check it out.
Can you play that?
Spotify, Jack Wild, White Trash Pickup. So thanks for
That was
listening,
incredible.
guys.
Nah, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that was awesome.
Pull up Dr.
I think they
Tetanus
loved
real
it,
quick.
too.
Yeah. So, hello, Sar. Pleased to be saying hello. Please help me, Sar. This Greenland is part of America, big democracy. Please allow Indian country music star. That's a great comment. Thank you, Dr. Tetanus.
Is SAR the fucking thing from Interstellar?
Now that's like the Indians, how they say sir.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, Sar.
I need to see Bubs and Vagine.
Yes.
Send me picture of Bub and Vagine.
Oh, man. That was incredible, Jack. Jack Wild.
Thank you, sir.
Wild,
Jack Wild.
Wow. Give it up. Give it up. The crowd was going wild. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. You
That's
guys
They
the
loved
fucking,
it.
that
They
is-
loved it.
Could you hear it through
I
the
feel
speakers?
bad.
I think
I
it
didn't
sounded pretty good on my ears. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad. I say the F word much more than I'd like to, even though I know John's not judging me. It's just a personal thing. But
No, I don't.
I will say this without swearing this time. I've never seen the chat be any more nice than to anyone that. What I'm trying to say is that's the nicest. That's the nicest they've ever been, and I think you should take that as a fucking
Well, I appreciate
High
that.
badge on the
guys,
show.
right?
Yeah.
And I did it again. See, I swore. I get all flustered and I throw the F word out
Hey,
there.
it's all good.
They probably would have told you if they didn't
It's an
like
insecurity.
it. So
Okay,
that's good.
well that's fair.
They'll tell you they didn't like it even if they did like it. So,
Yeah, that's a good point.
no, that was awesome. I heard you say, especially when you started singing, I was like, God damn. That was awesome. Yeah, you definitely need to get back making more music, man. I would listen to it.
Yeah, I've written a few more. I'd like to get back in the studio, but you know how that is. There's a lot of things I'd like to do.
Well, we are hoping you guys, part of the reason you came by today is to explore the space. Hopefully, music or something creative and fun will come out of it for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
Has one of the two of you started to find that helmet
Hey.
appealing at all?
No, you're good.
Thanks again, Dr.
Yeah, man, what the
Tetanus.
fuck?
It's all good. It's all
Nah,
good.
you're good.
Getting us closer to the goal, though. so this is
Also,
great.
after that Williams channel, where can we find his music at? Good shit.
say it
It
one
says
more time.
Spotify,
Yeah,
right?
so it's on Spotify and Apple Music. Jack Wild, WYLDE.
Yeah, I was going to say spell
White
it.
Trash Pickup.
White trash
I don't know if you
pickup.
can read it from here. Probably not.
Yeah, if you go close in on
it
his
kind of looks
face.
like that a little bit.
You going on the only? There it is.
See, you can't really read. Oh yeah,
There it
that's
is.
coming through.
A little bit.
Jack WYLDE White Trash Pickup.
I love that picture.
So that's
too.
the truck. That's the truck I wrote the song about.
Nice.
That's my dad's '73 Ford.
Nice. Yeah, if we were professionals, Jack, we'd have we would have taken a picture of that before the show, so
Hey,
we
we're,
could
we're still learning here. You know, it's a learning.
zoom
process.
in on him.
If I was professional, maybe I wouldn't have made it white lettering with a gray.
Yeah, now you know, though. And for the next one, for the next full album.
Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, I like the look too, man. You got
I appreciate
you're a star in the making for the SARS.
I appreciate it.
Huge in India. I've also thought it'd be funny to try to be like a huge musician or actor or some kind of celebrity, but like in India.
You know,
Like, or in-
you know, India. You know who's like the
be
biggest.
the one
Well, I
white
think
guy
a
in
lot
every
of, I
Indian
think a
movie.
lot of famous musicians like travel all around.
No, I was about to say, you know who like
You know
the
what I mean?
like the biggest artist in India is freaking Kenny Rogers. Like Kenny
see what I
It's
mean?
Rogers.
always somebody weird.
Kenny
That- but that
Rogers
doesn't
is like
surprise me.
Elvis Presley to India.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
No, I
was
like I
talking
could
to
pull
some
up
guy at the
millions of
bar
videos of Indian guys covering Kenny
A few
Rogers.
months ago, I was talking to some guy at the bar from like Africa, I believe it was. And he was like, "Oh, I love Don Williams," which I don't know. If you guys know. No way. I was like, I love that. So,
Dude, my favorite Africa one is with the NFL though, and this was fucking hilarious, and it's a true story. NFL. So at every Super Bowl, like NFL championship, both teams before the game is even played will print up T-shirts and hats that say Super Bowl champion, right?
Yeah.
To give to the. So as soon as you win, you've got the fucking hat. Well, every year there's like 100 shirts and hats that the team doesn't win, and so it's so and so won, and so you just go donate them to charity or something. Well, I don't know how old you guys are, but if you remember in the 90s, I think it was the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah,
So is there
four
just like
falls
this
in
big
Buffalo.
They say
influx? of-
everybody in Africa is a huge Bills fan because they think they're four-time Super Bowl champions in a row.
It's hilarious.
And supposedly that's true.
Speaking
there's
of
Buffalo
immigrants,
Bills fans everywhere in Africa.
speaking of immigrants not knowing any better, you want to get into your topic here, John?
It's fucking great. My topic?
Yeah, speaking in immigrants. That don't know any
Oh, the
better.
hot topic on social media.
Well, here, should I bring up the breaking news from Doge real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Department of Government Efficiency. Doge has announced it's replacing baseball with cricket. breaking news coming in. I don't know if you guys ever played cricket. I've seen a couple videos online to make it look pretty intense. A lot more intense than baseball. So I don't know.
I play it at least once.
I played it one time with an Australian exchange student. It was not as fun as baseball, in my opinion.
I think I've only played croquet.
It's similar.
That shit slaps.
Yeah.
So the context for all of this, let me give the full, widest angle context as possible, as quickly as possible. So I've had this theory, and I'm not the only one, that even before Trump got elected, that there's this tech bro faction of politics, and it's Peter Thiel, right, is the main one, and Elon Musk is the main one. This is weird. I'm not sure which camera I'm looking at. There we go. Peter Thiel and Elon Musk are the brains, and then Peter Thiel funded J.D. Vance's Senate campaign for $10 million out of nowhere. Suddenly, J.D. Vance is now a politician, and then Vivek Ramaswamy. So J.D. Vance and Vivek, however you say his name. It's Vivek, right? See, his name trips me up, not because I'm racist, because I had a friend in high school named Vivek. Then he said Vivek, so it fucks with me. Yeah, well, apparently he's Vivek. And so... him and JD know each other. JD is married to an Indian woman, and they are clearly the puppets, if you will, not necessarily in a negative connotation of that word, but Peter Thiel and Elon Musk are paying JD Vance to be their guy in the new government. And so we said from the beginning, it's great to have him on our side, but take it with a grain of salt and be a little bit suspicious and give it time, and let's see what their real motives are. And so that's kind of one side of this argument, is that it very much looks like Vivek and Elon's real motives were just to make money by continuing this H-1B visa scam, which they say is not a scam, but in short, you bring in foreign workers for jobs that allegedly you can't find American workers to work. So they're saying we can't find anybody to work these jobs, so we have to bring in a bunch of H-1B visa guys. But again, that's not entirely true. They're saying specifically from India, because you can be an H-1B visa from anywhere. In fact, I think like Elon was one,
Elon was a
something
recipient
like that.
of the H-1B visa.
And so what everyone on the other side of the argument is saying is give those jobs to either Americans or open up the immigration to, say, like Europeans or people from anywhere, not literally just India. That's a bit strange. Why are we doing that? Well, then it gets revealed that there's these whole diploma mills. Canada has a big problem with this, where a bunch of Indians, they just take their money to give them a fake college diploma, essentially, and then they go to jobs and they don't know how to do anything. The famous university right now in the news, I believe, is Conestoga University in Canada, that people will literally not hire you if you went there anymore because so many fake, talentless people came through that university. But kind of what has been said, the reason tech companies like this visa... So if you hire an American, at any point they can demand more money, they want more things, they want to have kids, they want to have a family, they want to have a house, but they could also go to a different company at any point they want to if you're not treating them right. An H-1B visa does not work that way. It is specific to the company for a set amount of time. So say it's like a year, you can't leave the company. So you can see very quickly, you bring some Indian immigrant over, he's basically your indentured servant for the duration of that contract, and he's going to do whatever you tell him to do, especially including working 80 hours a week and stuff. Why? Because if he doesn't, you send him back to India. And so the one side of the argument is this is a scam, it's slave labor, and it drives the wages of Americans down. I would say I myself am on that side of the argument. I think it is a scam. I think it's a scam.
Well, let me
Yeah.
Let me ask.
Yeah.
So what makes you think it's a scam? The wage part, is that your main gripe?
Yeah, I think the H-1B visa is bad for Americans, and I think it's really bad for Indians too. They'd become slaves. But what it's really good for is people
Not necessarily though. I mean, they're making 10x probably what they would make in their home country.
Well, so that's what makes this really, so that's actually a really good point. Let's talk about that for a second. The reason the Indian people accept becoming slaves is because it's better than staying in India. That's why. Why would you go live in a house with 10 other slaves making $9 an hour for a job that an American would make $50 an hour for? Because it's better than, you still have money left over to send back to India, and you save up money faster doing it that way. It's the currency disparity and things like that. Mexico, by the way, does exactly the same fucking thing.
So the argument I have seen that is for bringing in these migrants is that we have a lack of students majoring in STEM field programs.
That is they're saying that Elon and Vivek are saying there are not enough Americans for these jobs.
I think we're too busy wanting to be prom king and queen.
So they say. Well, the problem with that argument is that the tech industry just laid off, I think, 200,000 American tech workers in the past year. Mm-hmm. So if they're in such desperate need of tech employees,
but I don't think it's purely a tech. I think it's an engineering thing as well.
No, it is, but it ends up being people that work in these tech fields. Yeah. It's really just if you hire an American, it's going to cost you $150,000 a year plus health insurance, and that guy's going to want 6 weeks of vacation, and he's going to want to work 40 hours a week. You can hire an Indian guy or 5 Indian guys that even in aggregate are still worse than this one coder, but they cost you in total like $120,000 a year. They have no insurance. They can't leave your company. And so, yeah, they're totally taking advantage of them. Canada universities are doing this. We're doing this to them. And it's specifically Indian because it's the one, I don't know why you're throwing me off with the laughter, bro.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything.
No, he just got to, once we start laughing together, I'm trying.
Oh, you're reading the chats or something?
No, I don't know why he's laughing. Now I'm laughing.
So no one is being racist about this, and I think we're all, and even the Indian guys are admitting it's like, yo, this is better than the alternative. Like, what are you mad at? I'd rather do that. Like, I will willingly come be a slave in America because it is better than my alternative choice.
So my general takeaway is I think this is a psyop to try and get the right to turn against itself.
You think so?
I do. One, do you know how many H-1B visa recipients are currently in the United States?
It's fairly low.
It's 500,000.
You say that like it's not very many, but I feel like that's a lot.
It's more than Greenland.
I mean,
it is more than bro, that's 10 times the population of Greenland. That's 10 Greenlands.
That is a funny way to put it. But when you think the population of America being 320 million.
Fucking great joke.
It's not that much. And it also, there's no path to citizenship through the H-1B visa program. So it's not like we're importing the third world to then become America.
Yeah, so the argument has nothing really to do with that, though. It's that they're there because they drive the wages of Americans down. Because suddenly you can now hire people that cost half as much.
Yeah, but I think the market decides. At the end of the day, you're going to hire the best people for the best job. Am I wrong?
No, yeah, you're wrong, and that's the whole argument about why this is wrong. You're hiring worse people for the job because they're cheap.
But then the market decides if they were really worse.
No, in the short term, the market will reward people like Elon Musk who are hiring all of this cheap labor. But in the long term, everything's going to go to shit.
But is it cheap labor? Because that's not their argument. Their argument is that it's better labor.
Yeah, they're lying. So, like,
but are they?
Yes.
I don't understand this.
Yeah,
like,
man.
When it comes to doctors, would you not rather just have the best doctor regardless of where he's from?
Yeah, I would rather have the best doctor. Guess where the best ones happen to be, where they make the most money.
Yeah, in America.
Yeah.
So, but wouldn't you rather that be for every program or every job, anything, any service that you ask for?
To have the best person doing it?
The best possible.
Yeah, that's exactly why we don't want H-1B visa people working in tech, because they're not the best. They're the cheapest.
But I don't agree with that. With the number one graduate, like the number one field of graduates from both China, India, and Russia, I believe, is also one of them. They're all like STEM is the number one field that their graduates come out of, whereas ours is STEM for us is like number 7, if even that anymore.
Is that true? I don't know that that's true. Number 1.
Well, I'm just too dumb for this conversation.
I'll look it up.
No, it's just Mihai. It's the scab. It's the old scab on the strike.
I'm still reeling from the fact that Greenland is 50,000.
I know that is fucking crazy, isn't it? No, you work in a coal mine and you go on strike, and then they would bring in what all the people would call scabs or scabbers.
Okay, so these are
cheap temporary employees that would go work the coal mine, and then all the people on strike would be like, "Fuck! Well, now I got to go back to work because they're still operating without me." That's what H-1B is. They're just scabs. Like they don't do that. It's hard to appreciate if you're in your early 20s, but 20 years ago, technology and shit, it all worked better than it fucking works now. Like we have errors and shit now that didn't used to fucking happen. It's getting bad.
Yeah, it's also more complicated than it was before.
Yeah. It's really not. What kind of happened is in like the 90s and early 2000s, a bunch of incredibly smart people built the internet, before that too, and computers. And now we've just been on now we have you have the dudes that invented a car, and then you have car mechanics. And car mechanics can keep all these cars going for a really, really long time once they're invented. But sooner or later, something happens they don't fucking understand how to fix. And you go 1,000 years with no new inventors, and you're left with like, you know, the ancient ruins sort of situation with technology nobody even knows how it got there. These incredible stone buildings with incredible engineering precision, but the current population never in a million years could make it, like Egyptian pyramids or something like that. So I don't know, I kind of rambled so long.
Well, I don't know. Vivek's argument is that, I'm going to pull up the tweet right now, that culture leads to them being more successful.
Oh, this is the infamous tweet that set everybody off. Yeah. Yeah.
And I can understand how it could make some people upset. But there's a particular part I'm trying to find where he talks about the prom queen.
Saved by the Bell.
It's right up there. You've missed it. Second, right there.
So yeah, right here.
So the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers.
Is that not factually true?
Yeah, that's incorrect.
How is that incorrect?
Because the culture that celebrated the prom queen and jock back in like the 1900s to 1950s dominated the entire planet.
Did we though?
Yes.
I don't think we did.
100%.
I think we...
Williams Chandler, real quick. The education system has become a social justice warrior factory. Amen.
I think, yeah, we promoted the pageant queen in our local small town.
Let's go through Vivek's thing. Let's just go through it, and I'll give you my why I think it's bullshit, and you're more than welcome to argue.
But I just don't understand what your argument is. Your argument is that only white Americans should get jobs?
Not white. No, white has nothing to do with it. Americans, yeah.
But and not specifically not Indian.
Before you take one foreign worker for a job, you should make sure there's not an American that needs that job that can do it. That's what I'm saying.
And how do you do that?
Fucking hire American, put out a job posting. So you're sort of, there's been a bunch of this whole situation where so Vivek and them say, well, we hire the best candidate. Well, it turns out that's not true. And even he, I think, has had to pay fines, and Elon definitely has, where they've instructed their hiring team specifically not to hire Americans, to only hire Indians. Specifically Indians, not like foreigners, Indians.
Yeah, but he's Indian.
Vivek is, Elon's not.
Yeah, so I bet Elon probably, but Elon is also a recipient of the same.
Well, the reason it's because they're cheap. They can be made into slaves. There's a shit ton. Like,
my point is saying he's Indian. If I was Greek and I hired only Greeks, would you think that that's weird?
In America, yeah.
I think that's how, like,
if you became the president of the USA and you were Greek and your whole cabinet was all Greek, then I think that would be weird.
All right, gentlemen. The Pilch brothers are rolling out, though. It's stimulating as this is. We're going to hit the bar.
Hit up the bars.
We scared them away.
All right.
We are but lowly musicians.
Hey, thank you for the song.
We appreciate it. We're glad
God
you guys
bless,
stopped
guys.
by. Go ahead, show yourself
Check it
a
out.
little more
Jack
time.
Wild, White Trash Pickup, Spotify, Apple Music. God bless y'all.
Amen.
Hey.
See you guys.
Have a good New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, be safe, guys. Well, not too safe, but
You
like
guys going to
somewhat
the bar
safe.
later?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, we might
We'll see you
you
at the bar
We'll
then.
see you out there.
Yeah, we'll be out there at some point.
You want to shut off my mic? I'll just jump over here.
Yeah, we can do that. Hey, boys, till next time.
Yeah, hopefully tonight.
Yeah, hopefully tonight. If not,
We'll be out and about. Gotta convince him. See you guys.
Later.
take it easy.
Want one?
Yeah. It's about that time. Oh.
Man, do you have the talent to get my name on there? Doesn't matter that much. Doesn't matter that much, but I believe you can do it if you want to.
Yeah, they might have had a wet fart to handle. You might be right there. I'm kind of in the same boat right now.
It is, to be fair, it is New Year's. Oh, Aloha Snack Bar, thank you. Companies will always hire the employee they can pay less 100% of the time. I mean, I'm cynical, but I tend to agree. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I'm confused what the part about this is. I might just be being stupid here. I don't argue against that.
No, I mean, I'm listening.
What is it about it that makes them able to pay them less?
They'll take less
because they'll accept it. Yeah, they will take it.
$90,000 to them is a shit ton.
And the problem then is that they send all their money back.
Yeah, is this mic on? Yeah, it is. You can pay them half of what you'd pay an American. You can squish 10 of them into a one-bedroom apartment, and you can have them send 50% of what they make back to India, and that is still better than the life they would have if they lived in India.
Mm-hmm.
It would be all of that, except there'd be 20 guys. They'd be making a quarter as much, and the floor would be dirt.
Mark Pierce, Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mark.
you
Thank you,
very
Mark.
much.
Cheers.
That it brings us to 18 out of 20. It's convenient how those guys left right before.
I know. I
Yeah,
kind of
they
actually
knew it was coming.
that
They
might have
knew it was
actually had
coming.
something to do with it. All right. Well, even though Jim hasn't done it yet, I think I'm the only one that hasn't done it on Ciderhaus, and so I guess I'll do it.
I guess so. I mean, it only seems fair.
I haven't done. I did it years and years ago on Frank's show, and it was not too old for this shit. Too old.
The point, I don't know, well, this all leads me back to the 500,000 number and just how inconsequential this is.
That is not inconsequential. It's crazy to hear someone say 500,000 people is an inconsequential number.
Depends on the scale you're talking about.
No, I don't know that it does. That's a shit ton of people. 500,000.
20 million is a big number, John.
Well, that's a way bigger number, yeah. So Mexicans are a huge fucking problem too. Don't get me wrong. I don't know that number's accurate, number one, but it's in my opinion, it's transparently an attempt by smart oligarchic tech tyrants to get infinite cheap labor. And I also think the side effect of it is the average IQ in India is 79. And in the United States, it's hopefully right around 100.
Yeah, but you also...
Well, you drag, if you can... So it's like these 500,000 come and bring another 1.5 million. Dr. Tetanus, China's going to steal all those Indian geniuses. We better put up a naval blockade doing Sam Hyde to keep China from getting all of these Indian geniuses. Sam Hyde put out an actually really well thought out video on this.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah. And he makes the same point. Why isn't China taking all these Indian immigrants? Why is nobody... Why isn't India
Because China has the ability to force their kids to learn whatever they want their kids to learn.
Step outside of the propaganda for a second.
Oh, boy.
Spoken.
Is that it, or is there one more?
Drink, John. That is it. That's 20 out of 20.
Fuck me. What I had a thought there.
Thank you,
though.
everyone.
I just want to finish the thought at least.
I'm not sure it matters anymore.
The beer is speaking now.
All right, well. How clean is this fucking thing?
I washed it out for you. I mean, it's not as bad. Could be worse. The way you guys left it was hideous.
We?
I wasn't here when I was drinking out of it, there was literal like metal shards creeping towards my mouth.
That's the best part, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt really good the day after I did mine. So I think there's something in there.
All right, I have noticed that you go out you guys drank off this side and it got all fucking messy.
It seems right though when you look at it, right?
Easier one.
I think on the back end it
It's
won't.
counterintuitive.
It hopefully won't do that. Hold on, I gotta take these.
Well, you beat the record.
Dry as a bone. How long is this song?
It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We won't play the whole thing. Longest national anthem ever.
Oh, I gotta get a haircut.
So, about the H-1B program.
Anyway, H-1B.
I can say, well, you guys see all over Twitter,
That's the
everyone's getting
trick, by
banned
the
over
way.
it.
I'm
Not
going to
banned,
say
but-
that it's definitively the trick is you got to drink at the back, not the front.
Yep.
That was way smoother.
See, all the groypers lost their check marks.
I did see that, yeah.
So that's like the past 2 days. It was all over Twitter. Just I see people bitching about everyone's losing check marks or whatever it is. I don't know if they're getting reported or something.
Yeah, that's
but
the kind of shit, Mihai, about this that makes it like a little more suspicious and Elon seem a little weirder. Like, yeah. So
I don't disagree with that. I don't like that because he did, to go on about free speech and all that. And then the first time someone disagrees with him and then take all their check marks away is pretty petty.
Well, and he said some shit on Twitter, and I think I have some of those links in the document if you want to pull them up. But like, he was like, anyone that disagrees with me, he did the fucking Lex Grossman thing from Tropic Thunder. Take a step back and fuck your own face. Did you see that shit? I was like, dude, like you really want H-1B immigrants, man, like bad. But it isn't just, he said this, and Vivek's tweet is the one that really set it off. But yeah, my tolerance for subtards. And then today, he changes his name to Kekius Maximus, right? Yeah. like changing her appearance real drastically because she's embarrassed. I think he's acting exactly like an autistic person who lost his shit and got embarrassed. Take a big step back, fuck yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. And then he turns around and spends a week backing off of that kind of rhetoric. To the point, actually, Sam Hyde had a great tweet about that too. He said, "How's the war going?"
And say, do you think he got a phone call telling him to chill out?
Yeah, I mean,
that wouldn't surprise me.
There's no doubt. Him and Trump had some kind of
step
talk.
back on the rhetoric. Don't be so.
Well, and that was the other little crazy part about this is Trump has that famous 2016 tweet about how he's super anti H1B, and so that puts Trump in a tough spot now. Yeah, so like he hasn't even taken office yet. This was kind of a shit show on Christmas, no less, too. And then you had the one guy that got appointed by Trump, the Indian guy. I can't remember his name, but
Kash Patel.
No,
for the AI
nobody has a
stuff?
problem with Cash. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like I know I say racist shit because I think it's funny, but I'm actually. It's not about Indian. It's like a foreign, lower quality, specifically Indian for no reason for jobs that Americans can do. So people have found it, like they were saying, these are all super high talented specialty people. Turns out that's not true. Elon had people that were like cashiers. He had people that were personal trainers. He had people, there was a track coach at some university that was an H-1B visa. You're telling me there's not an American that can be a fucking assistant track coach? Like it's, so they're just lying. Like it's not for high value people. They've been using this to hire people cheaply. And when you can, and that has the added benefit, if you hire an Indian to be a track coach for $10,000, then the American who used to make 40 now has to maybe take 30 or something. It takes years and decades for the effects to start really adding up. But you notice now our income hasn't fucking kept up with expenses and shit like that for decades and decades. So
apparently we're lagging. Maybe we should stop talking about this. YouTube might be pissed.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
That guy in Pittsburgh flipping the switch on us.
We've managed to avoid that since we moved. Oh, they're going in and out on YouTube. Yeah, it honestly, Jim, that really is probably because of what we're talking about.
Never know.
Who said that? Michael. Oh, what's going on, Michael? Hopefully we see you on Thursday. Assuming that's
apparently
right.
Juan's getting on YouTube.
Yeah, something weird happened on YouTube. You all have noticed. It looks like if you refresh it, it should be okay. So Elon just wants to be the governor of Mars, says Matthew Wright's. Like, I kind of think that's true, too. I don't think Elon really gives a shit about us. I think he just wants to get the fuck out of here. And I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, what are we going to... You think we're going to send a bunch of Americans to Mars for the first time, or are we going to send a bunch of fresh-off-the-boat Indians?
Good question.
I don't... I mean, that is a good question.
It's the stupid question, but I'm actually like half serious.
Aloha Snack Bar. U.S. computer engineers' pay can range 150 to 400,000 and hire H-1B foreign remote workers less than 150. Yeah. That's kind of what we've been saying. It's about the company's bottom line and not about U.S. citizens. I mean, in a way, it's impersonal. It's not anti-U.S. citizen either. They're not after money because they hate Americans. They just don't care about people, period. They just do not care.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Are you putting Trump back on? I like it. There
we go.
Also, are we loosely keeping an eye on make sure we're not missing the start of this Penn State game?
I am. We got 7:04.
Yeah, we got
7:04. I don't know.
Start 7:30.
Speaking
7:30.
of, we just want to jump into that now, or we want to keep talking H-1B? We got a big game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the Boise Broncos, whatever the hell they are. The Blue Turf Monkeys. I don't know why I said monkeys. That's not a racist thing. They just have blue turf and they run around real crazy like. Yeah, no. Penn State plays Boise State tonight. What is it, the second round of the college football playoffs? Biggest game, arguably, in my lifetime, Penn State football. I'm kind of excited. I don't know if you guys are.
Should be a fun night.
That's why we had to bump the show time up a little bit earlier today, because we got to get out of here so we can watch the biggest game of my life.
Last day of 2024 watching Penn State maybe play a good game.
If we lose, I'm driving to the Applebee's parking lot.
Why Applebee's?
Yeah, why Applebee's?
I mean, I'll come. I'm there, but
I've always said that's where I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the saddest place you can think of?
Yeah. And I'll be playing the song, Applebee's on a date night. I got the Bourbon Street steak.
It's actually my ringtone.
Mine's fucking Crazy Frog.
Anyone listening, if you go to a bar and they have touch tunes, a lot of times they have Crazy Frog, and it tends to piss people off if you do 20 minutes back to back of just Crazy Frog. You make a lot of friends that way too at the bar.
Oh, hold on, that's the wrong one. I'm trying to pull up the spread here so you can see what we're looking at for tonight.
Comments.
The comments excited about?
No, they're just everywhere.
William P.
Let Indians colonize the sun.
Here we are, 12.5. Dang. 12.5.
Thank you.
I don't know. So the big storyline.
We're 12.5 favorites.
Yeah, we're minus 12.5.
Two touchdowns, basically.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the storyline of this game is going to be our defense, which if I can pull this up correctly.
I just went from H-1B visas to Penn State football.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless I don't know if you had anything else to say about it. You mentioned Penn State football, and that got my mind.
No, that's what we're doing, and we're almost there.
Mm-hmm. So the storyline of the game is going to be our defense. If I can scroll down here, see how good they are. Our defense is very good, very good. Some of the best players in the country. I think our composite rank for actual recruiting rankings on our current roster is in the top 10 of the country. So we're supposed to be where we are. Unlike Boise State, who you remember in the early 2000s, they kind of came out of nowhere and had a couple big bowl game wins in a time where it wasn't.
Wait, that dude's rushed for 2,500 yards?
Yeah, so this guy, he came second place in the Heisman. Some say he should have won if it wasn't for Deion Sanders and the whole Colorado experiment that's going on. Yeah, so he's actually, I think it's 200 something yards away from beating the all-time record in this game. And he's never had a game this season where he's gotten less than 250 yards.
Damn. That's a lot of running.
So the question is, if we beat him and he has less than 250 yards, this is his last game, he won't get the record. But if he gets over 250 yards or beats us without doing it, he has a chance still. But that's the storyline of the game. They're running back versus our defense. Who's going to win that battle?
I want to see Sire Gaines get in there for some reps. Number 3 down there on the yard. Sire Gaines.
Yeah. What are the odds he's white?
John Brace Dubar. He sounds good. Sire.
Damn. I don't want him running at me.
Hello,
Sire. He's got like that 90s player neck. Like you don't see necks like that on many football players anymore.
6 foot 208. He's not that big.
Still.
I mean, that's pretty big, but
it's bigger than all of us.
That's actually, it's probably heavier.
I'm 6'5".
I'm 6'10".
250.
I'm 7 foot 14.
I'm 4'2".
Go to the wide angle. You're like a midget.
Yeah, I could hit it.
Really funny. You know, they make those face filters for Snapchat.
Yeah, stand up. Stand up is not going to get any taller.
They need like a body filter that makes you dwarfized.
Why do we, that's the opposite of what every girl wants.
That's why they need that filter. We also need a steamer for our very realistic wooden background. That's a great transition. The inner workings of a podcast studio. There you go.
What are your thoughts, Jim? I know you're not really big into the whole sports world.
I'm ready for them to win and have a good night.
I do think
Drink with the boys.
College football was like the last vestige of entertaining sports to watch, and now they're all getting paid too, and they're all going to be switching teams every year. So we'll see.
Yeah, and apparently the rules are supposed to change this offseason with the whole pay structure. And
they're going to make it a little harder to just jump ship every fucking season?
I don't even know about that. I think they're literally just going to make it professional sports with like actual content.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be watching too much more college football if that's the case, but it's kind of too. I don't know what I'm going to watch.
It's like farm league baseball now is basically what it's
Still watch rugby sometimes.
I'm going back to
Sevens, or do you watch?
Sevens is actually really entertaining.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer
You like that? You like that? I know that even.
Doesn't. I think if anybody would know anything in America, it would be
that's
Sevens.
what's on the TV here most of the time.
Carlin Isles, you know the players?
No.
United States Sevens is actually pretty good, and they have this dude on the wing named Carlin Isles, this black dude who was an Olympic sprinter and never played rugby before. And he was like number 11 to make it to the Olympics, and you got him in the top 10. He never could quite make it. So he's like the 11th fastest person on the planet, but he's absurdly fast compared to your normal person. So they just stuck him on the edge of the field and throw him the ball, and then just go. They literally go for it. They're like Forrest, fucking run, and he's so fucking fast. They can't, like, he just runs around everybody. But he has no idea what he's doing.
See, this is my point. Is the 11th best tech Indian not better than... See what I'm trying to say?
I don't code for a living, but my understanding is no, they're god awful. They're absolutely terrible. In many cases, they're not even coders. They get the visa first.
Are you using ChatGPT?
They learn the coding once they get here.
It's not even a joke. I have a bunch of friends that, not a bunch, but I have a couple of friends that do coding, things in that world. And they generally tell me, like, oh, yeah, part of my day is just going on ChatGPT and having to do all my work. It's like, well.
And those are Americans, it should be clarified.
No. That is of all races.
They're a bunch of Indians. Indian.
Work smarter, not harder, you know?
I'm trying to think of a way to, like, make a joke, on, like, based off our thumbnail, how Christopher Columbus was trying to find India and he found America. And now it's almost like the inverse of that would be sending the Indians to Greenland. We bring the Indians to where we called Indians.
Oh, so
Indian.
they would call, like, native white people, like, some kind of misnomer like that?
Yeah, they would call us Chinese. We made it to China.
The pro sports teams in 300 years in Greenland will be like the fucking... What's this? I don't even know a city in Greenland. What's a city in Greenland?
Nuuk is the capital.
Nuuk?
Yeah, N-U-U-K.
So, okay, so the Nuuk, the Nuuk white skins, they'll be called professional.
No, the Nuuk Caucasians.
But no, the picture will be like a white dude.
Yeah. It'll be Abraham Lincoln.
But the team will be called the Chinks. That's kind of essentially the same, right? As calling India, like you call
I guess, yeah, like the Cleveland Indians.
The Nuuk Chinks, and it's white dudes in suits as their mascot. Is it really Nuuk? That's incredible.
Yeah, I only know that because I looked it up earlier when I did the population thing.
Well,
yeah, N-U-U-K, Greenland.
Nuuk, Greenland. How about it?
Kind of want to go.
Yeah. Well, have we hit the end of the natural energy of the show? Right when Tingley shows up with his unique blue 1-year member badge. Sweet to see you, man.
Oh, shit. That's the one you were talking about.
There he is, the unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn. He's appeared.
If you didn't know, so membership 1 year is blue, 6 months or more is white, and then it's yellow initially.
Man, you got a store, too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm like the worst businessman of all time. I have books and shit I'm supposed to be promoting. I just don't.
The philanthropy of...
I figured we could get to all that once we opened, and we're pretty much there.
What is it? The philanthropy of Extra P and Abortionist of Backwoods, Pennsylvania. Is that the name of the book?
The book. The Unconscious Pursuit of Epicurean Ataraxia by the Old Boys of Central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was pretty close. I think it's the same meaning, right?
5-star review on Amazon. Same meaning.
Yeah, you and I are the only ones that left a review.
I was about to say, yeah.
It's not true. It's got 14 reviews.
Hey, and this is coming from a guy who thinks 500,000 is a big number.
It's 10 times the population of Greenland.
I don't know. You want to call it there so we can get out of here for the game or what?
Yeah, I think we should maybe go ahead to the game. Or to watch it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got nothing left to say. I want to thank you all for stopping by.
It's more that. I feel like we've run out of things to say.
Yeah, no. I know. Things got changed last minute, too, with those guys stopping by. I'm so glad
So
they
I should are you going to be here on Thursday? I don't know that Michael's going to be. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I can be.
I mean, I'm down if you're down.
Yeah.
Jack will call in, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll have Jack.
All right.
And, whoever else decides to show up, I'm not sure.
All right, so we will indeed see you on Thursday, and then Studio Center website will start promoting that. It's pretty much up and running. We have a bunch of new shows and content and regular old fun John Ward style content, new music, a movie, TV show, lots of stuff. 2025 Studio Center, and you can catch all of that on the John Ward YouTube channel that you're currently watching. Oh, and I also wanted to say, over on Ciderhaus, so Ciderhaus does have its own channel now, spelled like up there on YouTube. Ciderhaus Show on YouTube and Twitter. If you want to go subscribe over there, so I want to give some of the benefits of the member chats to people that go subscribe to the new Ciderhaus channel, so that we do less of it on the John Ward channel and more of it on its own channel. Anyway, we'll give you some kind of bonus. So let's say the first 1,000 subscribers, we'll give some kind of fucking cool membership, so your name does all kinds of fun shit like it does now. I think a lot of people are watching it on my channel still because they don't want to lose their fucking benefits. So
Nice. Yeah.
that's what I got. A bunch of different shows, website, blah, 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 blah. That's it. I hope you all have a happy new year.
Before
World
we head
champions.
out, any New Year's resolutions?
Sobriety.
You got anything you're looking forward to?
Total.
We're off to a good start. Last beer out of the helmet. Is that what it is?
Less helmet beers for sure, yeah.
Less helmet beers.
I was gonna say more helmet beers.
More helmet beers. I'm gonna try and just have one more helmet beer.
Quit smoking. Get in shape.
Yeah, okay.
Same shit as always.
He said that last year.
I did. Sure did.
But on that note, everybody, thank you very much for watching.
Happy New Year.
There's a fine cider you're not drinking.